is so comfortable being here. He loves playing for
Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
this
Thanks for
time
tapping in with us.
in this football
Somebody,
game.
somebody got to cut their volume down on the TV.
Pass route.
Thanks for tapping in with us on this kickoff countdown. New show. We figured we do something for this Sunday night game. Steelers versus Packers. Big G had a prior commitment. I believe he's over on Steeler Almighty. But you got me, Afton, and Kerb in the building to talk to you up till kickoff for about 20 minutes. We're going to give you our thoughts on the game, how we see it playing out, and just talk about stuff like that. So, Afton, what's up with you? How you doing, Afton?
I'm good. I'm in Texas today, and we almost floated away the day we got down here.
Oh man.
Yeah, you were talking about that. So, what's going on with the weather down there?
We had like 4 inches of rain one night, and we were trying to go get something to eat, and may or may not have driven in some places that we shouldn't have been driving.
Mm.
Turn around, don't drown is a saying for a reason, but
Mhm.
we all survived. So
Well,
Hey.
thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. Are you having fun on your trip?
oh, we're having a blast. The horses are
Okay.
running good. It's a lot of fun.
See, man, that's something I don't really think about. Like I have friends here. I live right outside of DC in Southern Maryland. Southern Maryland down here, drag car racing and auto racing stuff. And I know a lot of guys that go to this stuff. Like you talking about the horses and stuff. I have a cousin of mine that lives in Baltimore, but he's from Oklahoma. He goes to rodeos and stuff. So like, I guess it's always kind of like it's relative to where you grew up and what your experiences are and what you saw. Never been to a rodeo. I've been to a few NASCAR kind of car races and stuff like that, but never a horse race. I have been to a horse race. I've been to the Virginia Gold Cup 2 years. That was fun. I just like dressing up like I'm going to the Kentucky Derby or something like that.
Mhm.
But yeah. But Kerb, what's up with you, man?
Not much, man. Just ready to watch this game. Just kind of relax this weekend, and actually, I watched a lot of college football this week. Just kind of
What'd you take from your college football watching experience?
just kind of I watched the Alabama South Carolina game because of the quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I
Sellers isn't that good to me.
Yeah, I kind of like the kid from Alabama, but I don't know if he's a first rounder. But
All right, Sims, they talk about number 1 overall.
yes, but I don't know. I liked him better than Sellers, I say. But
Yeah, no. I mean,
that's kind of
so you were looking at it from a prospect perspective.
yeah.
What up, Daniel Red, Rob Lightfoot in the building, Steelers DNA. Hey, Steelers DNA say get sexual. We'll leave that to Big G.
Yeah.
He got that copyright about getting sexual with other football teams. But hey, abuse them though. Abuse them. Not sexually, just abuse them.
All right, Steelers. Now look at Green Bay's uniform. Now that's a uniform.
I've seen those before. That's nothing
Yeah,
special, but I
yeah.
like them. I like the white. The Steelers should go back and do that the old white on white.
Yeah.
I think they would look good with the white pants, the white jersey, with the yellow, sleeve stripes and a white helmet.
Yeah.
I think that would look cool. Afton, what do you think about the uniforms right now?
I so don't care about uniforms. I mean, it doesn't matter what you roll up in. It's not going to change the way you play. I do think that these throwback uniforms are just they're busy. There's too much trying to happen all at once, and it's just not working. But as long as they play well, I won't care.
That's true. But there's a saying, you look good, you play good.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. I don't know how they feel about how they looking. I like them better than the Bumblebee. I hated the Bumblebee uniforms. Hated them.
Yeah.
To me, these are better than the Bumblebee uniforms. To me. Pickens, you big dummy in the building. Drake Green in the building. It's game day. Let's go. Let's talk about the game, guys.
Let's go.
We're talking about uniforms and talk about college football, talk about horse races and drag car races. let's get into the football of it all, because kickoff is in 19 minutes by my time.
Mm-hmm.
So, Afton, I'll go to you first. What's your biggest key to this game?
To stop the run and to be physical in the trenches, dominate the line of scrimmage, all 4 quarters.
I like that. That is hugely critical to do those things you said. You got to play tough in the trenches. You got to dominate. I like that word, but don't just play tough. Dominate the trenches. So I like that aspect of it. Kerb, your initial thoughts. What are you thinking? You a pessimist.
I'm gonna kind of go with the same thing, because this is a game where Jacobs could really control this game if the Steelers don't control him. Because as far as passing, I don't really see Green Bay really hurting us that bad. I mean, they got some. Is good, but
I asked you the question. I asked Big G and Mon, the know-it-all fans, about half hour ago. Jordan Love over under 225 yards passing.
225. He could be right at that. I'm gonna say under, but he can be about right at that though.
So that's a good over-under number, right?
Yeah, that's a good number.
Okay,
that's a good number.
But yeah, go ahead and finish what you're saying.
But just they got to stop the run. I mean, that's the key, because Green Bay has a back that can, he ain't a guy that's gonna break 50, 60-yard runs, but he could pop 10, 12, 15 and tote that rock 30 times if he
30 times. I agree.
So,
I agree.
That's where I would say the biggest thing they need to do tonight.
Okay. My keys, I'll give you one on offense, one on defense. My one on offense is just like you guys said about stopping the run, to be able to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jaylen Warren needs 125 total yards. How do we get it? Because he can get in the screen game. He can get it rushing the ball. He needs 125 total yards.
Mm-hmm.
And on defense, by stopping the run, like you guys are saying, so I won't take that one. But when they stop the run, when they take you guys' key to the game, I'll say they need to get pressure on Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure him. We can't have a game with 1 sack today. We can't have it. We got to get to him at least 3, maybe 4 times. And we probably need to have about 2 turnovers, because we haven't had that in a couple games.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think the defense will give up some yards. I mean, Josh Jacobs will get his 60, 70 yards. So maybe hold him under 100, but he'll get his 60, 70 yards. He may get a touchdown. But, yeah. So those are my immediate keys. Now I'll just ask you guys. Let me ask Afton this. Afton, you think it's important to? I think every game has a certain amount of importance, because they're all important. All 17, 1 to 17, they all important the same pretty much. So the divisional games go up just a little bit. But do you think Aaron Rodgers really? We know he won't say anything to the media, give bulletin board material, but do you think he really wants this one? And how do you think he plays tonight?
I do think he really wants this one, but I don't think he wants to just go out and embarrass them just because they're his old team. I think he'll always feel connected to them in a way, but he might be feeling a little pushed aside and say, "Hey, look what you kicked out the door here."
Ooh. Is that do we remember? Is that how that went down? Did he get kicked out the door, or did he kind of force his way out? Did he want to leave Green Bay?
I wasn't paying a lot of attention, but I thought he wanted to keep playing, and they were like, "We got Love. We don't need you anymore."
Yeah.
That could be kind of it, but I think it was because he was trying to use his influence. I think he was trying to get the GM fired at the time, and he wanted to control the organization. He had been there so long. He wanted to be part of the decision making, and he went to the Jets because they let him have all that. You know what I mean? And it didn't work out. Now he's come to the Steelers, and he's really had a change. He's kind of bought in. As a matter of fact, I plan on talking about that on Tate's Take on Wednesday. Check it out. Going to talk about the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Big Ben. What we thought may not be what it is. Numerically, 8 is greater than 7, but it's 8 greater than 7 as a leader. We'll talk about that. I don't know, Kurt. What are your thoughts on the whole Aaron Rodgers situation? Is this game important to him? Do we? How bad does he want to win? And does he try and go off tonight? Give me Aaron Rodgers number predictions.
Man, come on. This guy. Now, I will admit that he keeps it under control. But I mean, he just like what he did with the Jets. He wants his game bad tonight. Now, I think he will try. I ain't gonna say he ain't gonna play hero ball, but maybe if he was a little younger, he probably would try it. But he definitely wants this. He definitely wants this game. No doubt about it. And Steelers win tonight. You'll hear it. You'll hear it. He'll let it out in his little slick way, the way he be talking about things.
Passive aggressively, he let it out that way.
He definitely wants this game. He definitely wants this game.
Okay, what kind of stat line you predicting for him?
Numbers, I can see him. He'll be around that 220. Probably, he'll complete 65% of his passes. Probably throw for about 2 touchdowns. He'll be around that area. The only way that he has some big numbers if DK or Austin break a 80-yard, play or something like that. But Steelers passing game still ain't.
It's not explosive. It's good.
Yeah.
Good. It's not explosive.
Yeah. So he ain't gonna have no crazy numbers, but he'll have a
over under 2.5 touchdowns.
I'm gonna take the over on that.
So you think he throw 3 touchdowns at least?
I think so, because he gonna get some. I mean, because the one thing I like about with Rodgers, the Steelers' red zone is deadly. Now that's where I think the tight ends and all those guys, I think that's where they really come in, is when they get in the red zone. And he's so accurate. Yeah, he I can see him throwing for 3 touchdowns. And like I say, 2 of them might be short, but yeah. I can see 3 tutties tonight.
Oh, okay. Afton, you think over 2.5 tuds for Aaron Rodgers?
I'll take the over on touchdowns. I do think his yardage numbers might not be as good. I think he'll be getting the ball out quicker because Mike is there putting pressure. And I don't know how well the O-line's going to hold up. We'll see. They've been progressing through the season, which is really nice. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They have. I think if you can scheme for Myles Garrett like they did, Myles Garrett had 5 sacks today.
Yeah.
And I said this on the KnoItAllz. I said, I hate to say it. I ain't not talking about like a year ago or 2 years ago. I'm talking about right now today. Myles Garrett is better than TJ right now.
Mm.
Would you agree, Kerb?
Yeah. I would. Unfortunately, I'll say that because the one thing I used to hold against Garrett, but now TJ is doing it. Garrett would have those games where he kind of disappeared. Like you won't even know he on the field. He have a couple of those games, then he'll do what he did today. Now TJ is starting to do that. So, yeah.
Hey, shout out to the homie Black Lace Hair Salon, Jesse Lowe. Go check his shop out, Lime, Ohio. If you need your hair done, haircut, he does a great job. Tennessee Titan fan, we're on our show at the draft because they had the first overall pick. We knew they were taking Cam Ward. He said they was going to go to the playoffs, compete for the division. Yeah, he said that. So he's coming to apologize for Big G for saying that ridiculousness. Shout out to the homie Jess. And that he's ready to, I believe, pay Big G his corner time. So yeah, man, we have you back on just so we can Go back and play the clip of you saying that, and we can get a good laugh out of it. But man,
But you got to give him credit for hanging with his team because holy cow.
Hey, I think it's tougher to be a Browns fan than a Titans fan.
Yeah.
I think it is. I mean, the Titans 5 years ago maybe were the number 1 seed when Arthur Smith had that really good year. They were the number 1 seed in the AFC. But the Browns made it to the playoffs. Then they beat us the COVID year in Pittsburgh. First time they won in Pittsburgh. Well, they haven't. That was the only win they had in Pittsburgh like the last 22 years or something. Yeah. And nobody was there to watch it because it was COVID. So in another universe, did it really happen? I don't know. Did it happen? But no. Okay, well, we're about 7 minutes away. Let's get ready to make our score predictions and give me one thing about one Steeler player you expect to happen tonight. Kerb, go to you first.
I think DK have a big game tonight.
Oh,
I think he has.
That was gonna be one of the things I said, but I had to weigh it out, so I took getting pressure on running the ball for offense. But I think Aaron Rodgers can take advantage. I think the weakest part of the Green Bay defense is their secondary.
Yeah.
So and I do see that can potentially happen. That's what I'm saying.
And he didn't and that's why I was saying last week where I said he got a crash out coming on. I think Rodgers is smart enough to see and he won't let Tomlin them screw it up because they will have him crashing out. I think last week he really didn't give him the ball the way they probably should have, and he gonna make sure he get it this national TV. He gonna make sure he get his numbers tonight.
Get out here with that hate, Jesse. Afton, your one Kerb. Well, we'll go around with one thing we think will happen. Then we'll give our scores after that. Go ahead, Afton. One thing you want to see happen, you think is going to happen.
I think the defense is going to come back and play a big game because they are so thoroughly embarrassed by what happened last week. They've had 10 days to prepare. I fully expect some decent communication. I don't want to see any plays where they look absolutely lost. In particular, I want to see Cam have a strong game. The D-line needs to really hold it together, and I think he's a key to that.
I like that. So a big game from the total defense and Cam Newton. Yeah, I agree.
Cam Hayward, not Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Hayward. Why is Cam Newton in my brain?
Because
yeah. Matter of fact, I need to put on my hat, my bow tie, and jersey and get like Cam.
Yeah.
But I agree with Afton. I think the defense is going to play remarkably well. The Steelers, in every night game they play, except Thursday nights away, are really good. They're a primetime team. I watched Green Bay struggle last week, even though they beat Arizona. They struggled. They lost to the Browns. So I think this is the game. I'm gonna say T.J. Watt gets 2 sacks today, at least 2.
Mm-hmm.
TJ gets at least 2 sacks, and the kid. This is a super hot take. The kid Williams, right? That's his name. The wide receiver they brought up.
Yeah. The punt returner.
He runs back a punt. He runs back a punt.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump out there and say that. I'll go first with prediction and then go back to Afton. You do your prediction last, Kerb. I'm gonna say Steelers defense rebounds, even though rebounding against Green Bay is not like holding the Browns to 9 points or even shutting the Vikings out for everything except the last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter because they had Carson Wentz playing. I think Jordan Love is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz or Dylan Gabriel. So I think holding them to under 20 is a win. Our offense has been looking good. Aaron Rodgers is going to come out on one tonight. He's going to be precise. He's going to be precise throwing darts. I'm expecting darts, Kerb.
Mm-hmm.
No turnovers. I'm going to say 275 and 3 tubs from Aaron Rodgers. The offense is going to dominate. The defense is going to look better than they looked last week and hold Green Bay The score is going to be 31-17 is my prediction. Steelers win. Afton, what are you thinking score-wise?
I'm thinking 28-26 Steelers. And
close one.
Part of me feels like that's me being a homer a little bit because I just don't know which defense is going to show up. I am confident that the offense will come and have a good game because they've been, I mean, they had a trash couple games at the beginning of the season, but they've been consistently improving. And as long as they keep doing that, I think we're good.
Okay, I like that because it could definitely be a close game. I think when the Steelers are playing with passion for a reason, like they came out and everybody thought Minnesota was going to be a tough one. They really came out and dominated Minnesota before attrition took over at the end of the game with the secondary. Minnesota made a little run in the late fourth quarter, but they's doing that game for Mr. Rooney because of it being in Ireland and Dublin and all that stuff. And I think the feeling is going to be similar because they lost the last game against the Bengals. It's at home on Sunday night primetime, wearing the throwbacks, and for Aaron Rodgers, they're really going to perform well. Is how I see it. I told you my score already. Kerb, your score.
Oh man. So this is why I feel. Everything is pointing to a Steelers win, coming back from the embarrassing loss, and Tomlin do good on these type games like this. And I think this game gonna be somewhat of a, I won't say kind of a shootout, because my biggest thing is I'm kind of like with Afton. I'm really, and it's crazy to say this, I'm really not worried about the offense so much. It's the defense. Can they stop the run? And to me, I think the sneaky player for Green Bay is going to be their tight end, Kraft.
I like Kraft.
He's going to be the key. So with that said, I'm saying this game is going to go 28-28 tie, and then Green Bay going to get the ball last. Defense not going to hold them. Green Bay wins 31-28.
Green Bay wins 31-28.
Yep.
Okay, I told y'all Kerb was a pessimist. With that being said, either way, we still gonna have Kerb back because we all will be back at the end of the game. Maybe check in sometime. The 2-minute warning will definitely be here by then. But if we feeling good and it's looking good, we may be a little early because we want to just celebrate together a big win. So tap into the 2-minute warning. At the 2-minute warning or before, you'll see when we go live, hit those notification bells, do all that, and we'll see you guys later tonight. For right now, this is what we saying in Pittsburgh. Wave your towels and
go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's